Walt Disney Company has officially locked in its next era of leadership. They're calling it the I don't care era. After years of speculation, internal evaluations, and a carefully managed succession plan, Disney has tapped Josh D'Amaro as its next CEO, with Dana Walden stepping into a newly created role as president and chief creative officer. The changes mark the end of Bob Iger's long and winding run at the top of Disney.
Thank the gods.
Company's board of directors voted unanimously on the appointments, which will take effect on March 18th. That's the annual shareholders meeting. Iger will formally hand over the CEO title and the congratulatory yacht at the meeting,
Yes.
but will remain involved as a senior advisor through the end of his contract on December 31st. Well, you know what I'm going to be celebrating on the 31st. Iger's endorsement is endorsing his successor, saying Josh D'Amaro is an exceptional leader and the right person to become our next CEO. He has instinctive appreciation of the Disney brand and a deep understanding of what resonates with our audiences. Iger's first stint as CEO began in 2006. It's a long time ago. And included landmark acquisitions of Pixar, Lucasfilm, Marvel, and most of 21st Century Fox.
I know we have a lot of opinions about Iger and him exiting. How do you feel about him leaving? I mean, him coming on board and picking up Pixar, Lucasfilm, Marvel, 21st Century Fox. I mean, that was kind of huge for Iger when you look at like his resume or what he's done for Disney. Mm-hmm. I know there's a lot of opinions about him now. What do you want to see out of the new regime?
I don't know. Stop being stupid. I mean, it's. I mean, really. I just try.
And by the way, this is
experiment.
I think Philippe was talking about this the other day, or the other show, is that the whole double-headed like leadership, just like
it's the new
James Gunn,
now.
Safran. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Right. Or Sparta.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, I really think the prerogative here should be don't be afraid to experiment a little bit more. Mm-hmm. You are basically invincible at this point. You can throw money at things that you're not sure if they're going to work, like with Andor, like with Werewolf by Night and all that. Things that are you can be a little bit more bold. You can be like, oh yeah, this is an interesting idea. Let's throw some money at it or whatever. You can afford to do that. You shouldn't be so like, oh, we're going to do this. Oh, we need to make more movies. Let's put everything from Disney Plus on and do a movie. It's like, I don't know, keep what works and experiment. So that's
innovation is usually created through experimentation.
Exactly. So, and start listening to your artists. Yeah. Start letting your artists do art, not pump out the same thing over and over and over and over again.
Let the Imagineers imagine again.
Exactly. Right. It's in the name. It's in the name. Mm-hmm. So I mean, that's
the Imagineers imagine again.
Okay, so I've got something for you guys here. This is additional information, right? When this got announced, I saw a TikTok of a former cast member from the Disney parks that made a whole thing about this, and he goes back to Michael Eisner. He goes, so Michael Eisner was a man who understood the magic and used the magic in order to get the money, make the company money, right? Bob Iger was a money man that understood that if I can harness the magic to make money, then I'm going to do that. But he focused more on money than the magic itself, right? But he did utilize the magic in order to, like Disney magic, in order to make money for the company. Bob Chapek only cared about the money, didn't care about the magic, only cared about the money. And that's all he did was focus on the money, right? They said what makes Josh D'Amaro completely different from all of these guys is that Josh D'Amaro started off as a Disneyland cast member. He is a man.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. He is a man that worked his way up through the company. And until and he probably still gonna do it. They said until the last even up until like earlier this year, he still goes to the park with his family. Like he will still go to Disneyland and enjoy Disneyland for what it is.
Yeah, he's been the head of parks.
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of his job to go to the
But
park.
what it is that he'll take himself out and go to Disneyland and enjoy the park as a fan and not as the guy who runs the park. And they're saying that this is a man who fundamentally understands the magic of Disney and understands the wonder that Disney brings and what it takes in order to make Disney that wonder company that it should be.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of
honestly, what you're saying is true because boots on the ground, he
Right.
sees how Disney touches people every day. But like what you said, he does go to the parks, he does go to the events. He like Albie has met Josh D'Amaro a bunch of times. So whenever they see each other, yeah, whenever they see each other, he's like, "Hey, what's going on?" That sort of thing. So he knows what it's like and how Disney touches people. So I'm definitely for Josh D'Amaro being from the parks side of things going into this.
I'm very excited to see what Josh is capable of doing, mainly because a lot of people draw a lot of parallels between him and his ideas and the way that he goes about things to the way Walt went about things. And that's what I've been talking about. Yeah, like that's what I've been talking about. When anytime I go on these angry tirades about Bob Iger, it's always comparing him to Walt Disney and saying that, he's not the creative risk taker that Walt Disney was. And it seems like from the people who have worked for Josh D'Amaro, from what they say is he is that guy. He is the guy that is willing to take a risk in order for a bigger payout later.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's what we want. We want guys who are willing to take the risk to put out new product, to put out new IP, to do things that are innovative within that structure, within Disney, to hold that legacy of Disney up, and somebody who understands the magic at a level that it's kind of the way that I feel about everything. It's if you do something right, then everything else will follow suit from there, right? Like, James, what's our motto with this show, right? It's the day we stop doing the shows, the day we stop having fun is the day we stop doing the show, right?
Yeah.
It seems like that same principle is what Josh D'Amaro believes in when it comes to the magic and the way that he applies everything to the company. Is if I bring back the magic and I bring back what people love about Disney, then the money will come along with it.
If we have to have a rich guy as a CEO of a creative industry, then okay, great. Then this one sounds good.
But then also coming from a guy that started off as a cast member.
Yeah. He's the perfect guy to direct Disney into the future because he started off his Disney career being the guy in the parking lot directing traffic with the flashlights.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's the perfect guy to direct Disney for the future.
Because he can do it with the little things. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
dad jokes.
Very good dad joke, actually. But I mean, like, again, and I'm gonna keep on like drilling this in is there is nobody better to run the company than somebody who has worked his way up to the top from the bottom, because that person understands fundamentally what the employees need, what the fans need. I mean, you've made it to the point where you're the director of parks because you understand what everybody around you needs.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that he applies that to Disney Corporation and we get better movies. We get more care in everything, so I'm excited to see what Josh D'Amaro is going to do. I'm also afraid that, hopefully he doesn't sell out, but I mean, like, I'm excited based on who he has proven himself to be of what it's going to be, like I'm very hopeful for what Disney can be.
Yeah. It's all right. So we'll move on because
Frey,
there's more
what
to
do we
this
know
story.
about the Frey? What do we know about the other half of this? Dana Walden.
Dana Walden's new role places creativity front and center in Disney's corporate structure. She'll report directly to tomorrow and oversee storytelling and creative alignment across the entire company. Though Disney hasn't broken down the role's day to day responsibilities in detail. Walden's new role places create. Oh, that was. No,
She
it's
joined
just in there
Disney.
twice. She'll report directly to tomorrow and oversee storytelling and creative alignment across the entire company. Let's see here. She
She joined
joined
Disney.
Disney in
Yep, there you go.
2019, according to the acquisition of most of 21st Century Fox, where she previously served as CEO of Fox Television Group. Under her leadership, ABC has been #1 entertainment network for 4 consecutive years. So that's nothing to sneeze at.
Not
At
all.
54, Tomorrow becomes just the 8th CEO in Disney's history since the company's founding in 1923. Um, you already went through all of this, Phil, so
Yeah.
I'm not going to read it again. Theater, streaming, parks, AI, sports rights, cruise lines, Dubai experiences. Do you think they make their own Dubai chocolate? I bet they do. Tomorrow and Walden have their work cut out for them. I don't see this as a bad thing.
Mhm.
I really dislike Bob Iger, but I think that's just because he's a shit.
Yeah.
I think these two haven't gotten to that point with me yet. They're younger. I think that they will absolutely bring a new, both new voices to this, and hopefully we'll start getting more. Um, More actual new IP. So we're not rehashing everything that's been done for the last 200 years. And um and Disney needs to transition. They've been working on the Walt plan, and then they tried to work on the Eisner plan. And then Iger thought he had a plan and he didn't have a plan, but he kind of had a plan. So I think that they need to really rethink what Disney means to people now versus what Disney meant to people in 1923.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Geek Freaks there brings up a good point. That apparently, according to Culture Crave here, it looks like AI is going to be a big part of it. About Dana Walden's whole
Yeah,
thing.
I was just reading that.
Which,
Yeah.
Well, she's head of creative, and I think that's interesting that just like a lot of these companies that are branching into like two heads or two co-leadership, there's a head of creative that's going to handle things that are creative. And it's not just for like Disney motion pictures or Disney animation. This is like everything Disney that
Right.
she's got to be in control of, from the parks to the movies to the overseas. It's nuts what she's about to take under.
yeah, and
Take
just
over,
kind of
sorry.
like talking about the. I mean, I could go on a whole spiel about AI and all that, but it is also. I'm not really, trying to say this is a good thing or whatever, but a lot of these companies, when it was first this big buzz thing, oh, it's going to revolutionize everything, they did put a shit ton of money down into AI stuff. They do kind of have to use it at some point because they invested so much in it. They're like, well, we have to get our investment back somehow. So I understand what they're doing. It's still, ugh. So
I've talked about it a few times about using AI for good, right? I mean, there are things that you can use AI for that will help streamline, but not take away somebody else's job. You
Yeah.
know, like there are things you can do that where it can help make your job easier. But if it's
Yeah.
taking away a job from somebody, if you're like, oh, we're going to use AI and that cuts jobs and that's what saves us money, then they're just
Right.
the monsters that I keep talking
Which,
about.
of
And
course,
yeah.
is the usual motivation for most decisions made at a corporate level are what's going to make us more money.
I actually
So,
don't agree with that because it's technology, it's innovation. You have to try to embrace it and not feel super threatened by it. Because yeah, it could take away jobs, but it also could lead to other jobs for other people.
Well, that's
You
what
know
I'm saying.
Sure.
That's what I'm saying is find a way to help it.
Yeah.
Use it as a tool and not as a replacement. Like
Yeah, it's
you,
just so few people are doing that, unfortunately.
right. Like I mean, like when you take AI and you use it as something that improves the work that you're already doing, that's fine. But it's like if you're using it to completely replace somebody, like again, the gaming industry is talking about using AI to start doing QA, and it's already fucking up.
That's
There's
stupid.
already all kinds of
Right.
problems, right? Like
Yeah.
it's using AI to replace people, and it's like at that point you start getting errors, but you're not really saving money because you're having to put out fires. It's
Right.
use it as a tool. It's train people how to use AI to enhance the work you're already doing so you can have a better
Yeah.
product.